Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND. I'm an OCD recovery coach with more than 10 years of experience helping people recover from OCD. Prior to that, I had severe OCD myself that I fully recovered from, and as do my clients. So if you wonder, can you fully recover from OCD? Absolutely, yes, you can. Before we start, I just wanted to remind you that the OCD Help app is available at the App Store, and the goal of this app is to keep you accountable in your recovery. So, tracking the time and seeing progress will keep you going because you know, okay, I was less yesterday. This is what my chart shows, and it gives you a chart of how you were doing. So, you know, your minutes were lower. So, today, you're like, I can't mess up the chart. I have to keep doing good. And you also see the fruits of labor with the overview of how you've been feeling. So how is OCD responding? How your brain is responding? If you're feeling less anxious, and it gives you an overview of the current month, as well as you can see previous months, as well as you can see the year. So you see it all right there in the app. I hope you check it out. If you would like to, it's available in the App Store. I will leave a link down below. Yesterday, we talked about avoidance and what counts as avoidance when you're doing OCD recovery. Today, we're going to talk about acceptance versus agreeing with OCD thoughts. So, a lot of the times, people will say, well, you should just accept the thoughts. And this goes along with living with uncertainty and all of that. Well, the people will come to me and they'll say, well, how I can't accept this. I can't accept that I could possibly be a bad person. I can't accept this or that. And you need to understand exactly how to accept. What you are accepting is that the thoughts are there. Because they are. You do have those thoughts. Why do you have them? Because you have OCD, because they're coming in on autopilot, because that's how OCD goes. It follows certain themes. Those themes feel very real. That's just OCD. So you accept those thoughts as being there because they're there. They exist. But you don't have to agree with what they are saying. You don't need to agree that you are a bad person. You don't accept that this is how you truly are. You just accept it as a symptom. Right now, my brain is playing make believe that I am a bad person. I accept it. Versus I really am a bad person and I have to accept this. You're not doing that. You're not accepting that you really are a person. You're just accepting that your brain is playing make believe. And try to, when you accept it, do it exactly like how I'm talking right now. Try to follow that tone of just light, sarcastic, not taking it too seriously, not analyzing it, obviously, not ruminating. If you're ruminating, this would be counting as tracking the time, by the way. So, looking at it that this is irrelevant. My brain is sending me some irrelevant information. Okay, I accept that currently this is what my brain is doing. I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to rationalize it. I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to do any of that. I'm just going on with my day. So, say, let's talk about in practical terms. You were, let's say, talking to somebody. As you're talking to somebody, a thought came in. What are you going to do? Instead of ruminating, trying to figure out if you're a bad person or not, or trying to figure out if the thought is a real threat or not, you're just continuing to talk to the person to the best of your ability, right? Because it's hard to when you're having OCD thoughts, right? But you're continuing to talk to the person. You're like, yeah, that's my next door neighbor talking. That's the computer talking. I accept them. They're saying things. That's fine. But I'm not agreeing with it in the way of that this is true, even though it feels very true and it feels very real. And I just wanted to clarify this. I really kind of should clarify this in every video because I say getting a thought. I always say you're getting thoughts, people with OCD get thought. I say that. I do mean thoughts, feelings, images, urges, sensations, dreams, all of that. It doesn't only come in as thoughts. I mean, for some people it does, but for a lot of people, I would say probably the majority of people, it can come in as all of the above, some of the above that I've just mentioned. So if you're feeling the feelings of it being real rather than the thought, or if a thought comes in not as a what if but as a fact, it's still OCD. Accept it as a symptom of the feeling, the thought, the dream, the urge, the sensation. Just accept it as being there on autopilot. It means nothing. Disregard. Don't allow yourself to ruminate. And again, if you're ruminating, that counts as tracking of the time. So when the thought comes in, that's a prompt. Hey, what about blah, 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 blah? That's a prompt. So right now you're at 0. But when you are like, yeah, let me sit down and think about it, now that's you responding. And how long have you been responding? Which is, how long have you been powering up the OCD? Right? And you have to day by day reduce. And again, that's where the app comes in. The app is just a much more compact way of doing that, because it gives you overview, it gives you analytics, all of that. It gives you the year overview. I find is amazing because you can see month to month how many red days have you had. And that keeps you going because you're like, hey, I'm doing the work. Look, I've had less red days, than the previous month. And then next month is going to be better. And you feel encouraged by your own progress that nobody can take away from you because you see it right there. That's real. That you did that. And it didn't just happen, it happened with effort. So then you build on that effort. I hope you find my videos helpful. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't subscribed, if you would like to do one-on-one recovery program with me, all the information, as always, is on youhaveocd.com. I'll see you tomorrow.